friends, my name is Allie. I'm the owner and maker behind Mackenzie Crafts, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I wanted to hop on to record a little bit of a weekly makes. It's actually going to be covering a few weeks of makes, and I'm hoping to do this with a regular cadence as I have 4 markets somewhat back to back for the holiday season. I have 1 and then a week off and then 3 back-to-back weekends ending with a 2-day event. So I was quite ambitious. I'm a little bit nervous, but this is my first actual holiday season doing markets. I did have my very first market ever last year in December, but it was my first market. I was very unaware of all of everything that goes into it. So this is my very first year actually doing markets. I've done enough of them that I feel like I can approach this holiday season well. Inventory will be my biggest concern just because I only have so much time, and so I'm just going to go into this with what I have is enough, and I'm excited to see what people are drawn to and what people like so that I have information for next holiday season on what was successful and what wasn't. So I'm excited to do a little bit of a market prep for the road to 4 back-to-back markets and show off the things that I've been making as I prepare for that. Before I dive into the makes though, I have been holding on to some eyes that I've received from 2 of my best friends, and I would like to share them and just kind of promote their business. If you're looking for safety eyes and you want high quality, these 2 makers are some of the best that I have worked with, and obviously they're my best friends, so I speak highly of them in general, but their quality truly is some of the best for safety eyes. They take care to detail. They're not just slapping on one color, it's multiple layers, it's efforts, it's effects. And so I really want to show off their eyes, and if you're looking for safety eye makers that are trustworthy and do a good job creating, I highly recommend them, and I will include their information in the description below. So I'm going to start with my friend May, Lush Luxe Loops, and she did a K-pop Demon Hunters safety eye drop, and I was very excited to see her take on these, and she blew it out of the park. I got to see a bunch of sneak previews as she was going through the process, and I was so excited to purchase these. So I want to show them off. I love them so much, and if she reopens orders for these again in the future, I highly recommend you jump on them. So I'm going to show you now. So she did, I don't even know how many styles. It was a lot of styles. I didn't get all of them. So on this card we have Darkness and Harmony, Huntrix, Zoe and Baby Sasha, which both glow in the dark, and they're both beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blues, and teal and blue. And then Romance Saja, which is like a lovely pink. And then the style I absolutely fell in love with, I got 2 of, and that's on this card, and that's Free. It's a dual tone with like a pink and blue. Oh my gosh. I love that one so much. And then Golden, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love the depth of color in that one. So yeah, I'm very excited to use these. I've been saving them so that I could film them for this video and then dive into using them. I have, again, a lot of markets coming up, and I'm very excited to dip into some of these for some of my makes, and especially I'm probably going to use one of these or one of Britt's sets of eyes on remaking my large puppy dragon because it did sell. So I'm going to insert a clip here of me talking about that. I did a quick video before I headed out the door to give that to someone local who purchased it. So I'm going to insert that. Hello friends, I'm just hopping on to record a quick clip because I just got an email from someone who I met at Jubilee Day, that market, that street festival that I had. That was my very first YouTube video. I just got an email from them asking to buy my big boy, my puppy dragon. I'm a little sad. This guy's been with me to all of my markets. I can't remember if he was at my first one, but he's definitely been with me at all of my main ones this year. He's he is the biggest thing I've ever made size-wise. You can see he's He's as big as my torso. I mean, his head is massive. He's in blanket yarn. I did custom for his wings with some fur, and then I made these spikes myself, custom for the design I wanted, and they're like clouds. And then obviously his coloring is very sky-like. I had always always wanted to do like a little rainbow right here on his butt, but I never got around to doing that. But yeah, I just got an email. Oh, and the eyes are custom eyes that I requested from, I don't know if I can show them off well. There we go. From Nerdy Girl Crochets, my bestie Britt. I asked for like a pastel kind of dreamscape, and she absolutely nailed it, because I knew that's what I wanted to do for this dragon, was like that kind of sky, like some pastel coloring with this light blue. And anyway, they would like to purchase him. I met them at Jubilee Day, and I remember specifically they were in love with him and really did want him, but they didn't have the money with them at the time to purchase. And I gave them my card, let them know to reach out in the future if they ever did want to come and get him. And so here we are many months later, and they have reached out. And it's kind of funny, I'm thinking I might have to make another one as soon as possible, because honestly, this guy brings in everyone to my booth. All of the kids are obsessed with him. I've gotten a few requests for them, none that have followed through to fruition, but I think it's just kind of something that sticks in people's minds. And so I'm gonna kind of miss him. He's been my mascot. He was always for sale, but I never really expected him to sell, because he is a very high price range item, but he is going to go to his forever home. And I can't believe it. We've been together on this journey for so long, and yeah, I'm so excited and a little sad. So I am going to finish up. I'm waiting for them to reply with a little bit of information so I can send over the invoice. And then once they've paid, I think we are gonna go meet up with them somewhere locally, because they do live locally, so that I can hand deliver him to his new home. And I guess I'll be documenting the process of choosing colors and building another one, because I need a puppy dragon. I'm thinking the next one I would do is pink, not to gender it. I just really like pink, so not to have a blue and a pink, but I've been dreaming about a pink one for a bit, and just didn't have the energy to make it, because this does take about 16 to 18 hours, because again, extremely massive. I should weigh it. Super jumbo guy. A lot of polyfill. It probably weighs 10 pounds, I don't know. So I'm excited that this guy's going home. I really have high hopes and good feelings about this holiday season. I think it's going to be a great season for my business, and just selling some of my bigger pieces, and maybe my Luna Moth dragon will go home as well. And it kind of allows me to feel able to make bigger pieces again, because I don't want to fill my entire booth with $200+ dragons and makes, because it's not really a price point that a lot of people are able to commit to in this area. But it's my favorite. Making big things is really my favorite. So I'm excited to make another one, and I'll be excited to see. I mean, my stitches look pretty good for this being something I made, I think, over a year ago at this point, but I'm still excited to see how it will turn out with my crochet style now. So say goodbye to puppy dragon. Oh my God. Oh, final pats. I love him. All right. I'm so excited for him to go to his new home though. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys again soon. Okay, so I was very sad to see Puppy Dragon go, but so happy. It feels so good. That was the most expensive piece that I've ever sold. It's the highest priced item I've ever priced at my booth. So the fact that it's sold makes me feel really good about my work. I mean, that dragon has gotten attention at every single market. It's always drawn people in. Everyone wanted to say hi to it. So I know that I need to make another one. So I'm definitely going to be using eyes from one of my friends to do that. And then I want to show off also Britt, Nerdy Girl Crochet's newest drop. So she'll be closing orders for this drop on Monday, the 27th, when this video is hopefully going up. So the hope is that she will do another release of these eyes in the future, because they are so good. But let me show them off nonetheless. So I don't have the names with me, so I'm just going to show them at face value, and you can go to her Instagram page. Again, I will link her information below to get the names, but they are based on one of my all-time favorite animes, Sword Art Online. It's an amazing anime. If you're an anime fan and haven't seen it, I'd be shocked, but nonetheless. So these are the absolutely stunning eyes that she sent me. And then I purchased them. She sent me a couple pairs to test out, just as a kind of help with promo, to have some of the eyes featured in some makes from some of her friends. So I did, one of the makes that I have to show off today does feature the Game Over eyes. I do know that's what those ones are called. But then I purchased the rest because I wanted to support her early for this drop. This is the other card of eyes I ordered. It's absolutely stunning green. So I am very, very excited to use these. I love, love, love using green. I mean, forest makes are my favorite. So having a variety of greens and also blues, because I love doing kind of a night sky vibe. I'm always drawn to greens and blues, even though like pink and purple is kind of my favorite color range. Something about greens and blues for eyes, for plushies, is just absolutely my favorite. And then I wanted to show off something that's more fiber arts adjacent. I mean, it is fiber arts, it's related to cross stitch, but it's not crochet related. But nonetheless, cross stitch is something that I really love doing. I have been dabbling in it for years, and my hope is that after this holiday season of markets that I can settle down and just kind of stitch up some patterns that I have saved and purchased from this shop actually. And the shop is Colorfully Sarah. If you haven't heard of her, she's here on YouTube as well, so I will link her, but she is an absolutely fantastic creator, and she has really gotten her brand down so well. So if you're looking for branding and kind of the perfect example of cohesive branding, Sarah is the absolute tops. I love seeing her content. It all feels very much her. And it's so great to see someone who has done such a good job with branding. And that's proven as well by her packaging. So you can see these little boxes that she does. She puts her own custom made stickers on them. And then on the inside, she actually has a sticker as well. And then she has done a custom tissue paper, so insert paper. So it's amazing. This is goals, absolutely goals for my future, and how elevated I want my packaging to be for my products. I try to do a good job, but Sarah just has really done an amazing job with her branding. And then her little thank you card, she writes, that's my full real name, Allison. She writes the name of everyone on the thank you card, and I love watching her videos where she's packaging, she's writing everyone's names, she's just putting together such gorgeous packaging. So if you are a cross stitcher or looking to get into cross stitch, I highly recommend Sarah's shop. She has beautiful patterns and she has beautiful notions. Adorable little sticker. It says cross stitch season, which is perfect. I really can't wait to have a little more time. So in this box, I ordered a couple things, just little treats for myself. I got, here, I'll show these together. I got these beautiful heart scissors, like embroidery scissors, and then this little fob that she hand makes, these fobs for the scissors. So I got pink scissors and purple fob, so I'm really excited to use those, and I love that she hand makes these little fobs. It's just such a sweet touch to add to her shop, so I was excited to finally get my hands on these. And then I got 2 needle minders, and I definitely will be back for more when she restocks, because there's some cute ones that I absolutely love, but they're not in stock right now. But one of them is this gorgeous cloud, and it has some nice glitter shift in there. And then also nice and glittery is this potion bottle with the embroidery floss and needle, and I'm just obsessed. I love needle minders. I have a lot of them, but I also am someone who is always working on multiple projects, whether it's crochet or cross stitch. So having multiple needle minders is nice, and also you can pick a needle minder that fits the vibe of your project. And then the last thing that I ordered was something else that she has come up with for her store that is very unique. It's an organic beeswax mix called Magic Floss Gloss. It's a tongue twister, Sarah. I think she did that on purpose. I'm just kidding. It's a great name though, Floss Gloss. So it helps you with making sure that you can use your embroidery floss, get it through the needle, etc., with ease by glossing the end of the floss. So I'm very excited to try this out because I have definitely had some frustrations with that. And I'm kind of thinking that it might be helpful in crochet as well with my worsted weight or smaller yarns that I sometimes have trouble getting onto needles if it's a multiply yarn. So I'm excited to just try that out overall. She hand makes it at her house. It's organic. I just love it. I love everything about this. So I wanted to show that off and just recommend that if you are into cross stitch and haven't heard of Sarah somehow, highly, highly recommend her, and I will link her information below as well. Before I share my weekly makes, I just wanted to pop in a clip here of me heading over to my shop where I have items and doing a restock yesterday. I recorded the 5 items that I took over and then a little bit of how it looks at the shop before and after. So I'm going to insert that footage. I wanted to record a quick video. I'm heading to the shop where I have some of my items and I am doing a little restock. I'm taking 5 items in, so I wanted to quickly show them here because I won't be able to show them in the overall weekly makes video because I need to head over there now. So I am just going to go through the things that I made and I'll try to get a little video there of what my shelf looks like so that I can show that as well. The first thing I'm taking over, this is the first time I'm taking this to the shop. It's one of my favorite patterns, Drift the Octopus. Absolutely love this pattern. It is by the Crochet Carpenter. It is probably one of my favorite stitchkins, but honestly it's hard to choose because I love so many of them. But I'm taking one drift to see how he does. I was thinking about making a second one in sort of like a maroon kind of berry color, but I didn't get a chance to get that done. So I'm going to test out one and see how people like that. So I'm taking one drift over. And then my mallard actually sold yesterday, so I made another one. I'm going to take him over as well. And this is by Haru Crochets. I think I'll post it on here, but. And then I also have been doing coasters. So these are the pumpkin coasters that I've been doing. So I'm going to take those over and they have sold out the last 2. Well, I've only taken 2 sets over, but the last 2 sets have sold. So I am taking one more set over. I don't love making things. This is made in cotton, worsted weight. I'm not a big, like household items kind of person. I mostly make amigurumi, but I'm trying to have more items at the shop so that people that want normal household items have those as well. So I have a couple Kindle sleeves over there with the LTK Cuties pattern. And then I've been doing some coasters. So I might expand that a little bit, but for now, those are the kind of just general population things. Again, I think plushies are for anyone, but I know, especially with older generations, it's kind of more seen as something you buy the grandchildren. So, and then the last thing I made is actually 2 of the same thing. And it is the very popular shelf goose. So I don't know if I can get both of them on screen. Yeah, there we go. This one is made, I'll put the other one down. This one is made in Bernat. So it is bigger. I wonder if I can do a little, yeah, there we go. It is bigger, you can see. This one is made in Mackenzie Crafts. So the Bernat one definitely comes out to a decent size. And I'm looking forward to seeing how well these do. I know I've seen the million creators making them. As soon as I saw the pattern when she shared it, I'm on her Patreon. So as soon as she shared it to her Patreon, I was immediately obsessed and I needed it. I just love how perfectly it sits. So this one is in Mackenzie Crafts. Absolutely love it. I mean, it's my favorite yarn for a reason, but just look how cute that is. I mean, oh, I love it. The pattern does call for chaining a large amount, I think it's like 50, to make the bow, but I decided to, just because I was using Bernat and Mackenzie Crafts, the yarn doesn't shed. So I just took a normal piece of each of them and tied it around the neck. I very much gendered it. I don't know why, but I did a pink and a blue. The blue is kind of like the classic, like I think it was 80s that these were popularized, and they're definitely making a comeback. I've seen in the shop that I'm taking to, there are some earrings with this kind of goose look. There's a little like seated one. He's like sitting like this with his neck more like this, as like a ceramic that they have at the shop. So I think it'll fit the vibe, and there's a bunch of like silly goose stuff in the stickers, the woman that sells stickers. So I'm excited to take these. I honestly love them so much. And I like the different oranges. So I did like sort of a more burnt orange for the Bernat one, and then the Mackenzie Crafts orange, which is like a lighter color. So yeah, they're super fun. So that's the 5 items that I'm taking over to the shop. I will probably insert a clip here of what my shelf looks like over there, and I will be back with the rest of my makes for sort of a roundup of actually the last couple weeks. I've been making a lot of large things, so I'm gonna have to hunker down on making small things because I have a lot of markets coming up, but I'll talk about that more after I get back from the shop. So yay, I'm excited to take these over and see how they do.
Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9, I still wish you were mine. Haven't ate in 7 days, 'cause I've been up till 6 a.m. Wrote 5 songs all just for you. 3 of them I can't bear listening to.
Okay, so like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to show off my makes from the last few weeks. I went a little hard on making larger items the last few weeks. Making large items is honestly my favorite thing, medium to large. I'm really not a fan of small items. So I am going to have to force myself to do days where I just make small items and nothing else. And I'm also going to have to slow down on electing to do testing because I keep selecting tests that are bigger items. So I just love making them, and really what I want my booth to be is an eclectic mix of fun items and interesting things. I really don't want to have a booth that's just a bunch of same old, especially when I want to set myself apart from other makers. And so it is sort of this constant battle inside myself of having items that are small and affordable, because I know that that's what the kids are drawn to, and even some parents just in this economy especially, they need affordable items, and also having items that bring me joy to create. So it's a delicate balance, because I don't want to burn out because I've made a million small items and I haven't had that joy of creating, because I don't get joy from creating those tiny things. And so I'm just trying to find that balance, because I also want to make money at my markets, so I have to make the small items that are going to sell in quantity. And so just making that kind of distinction in my brain of making sure that I am aware that I need to make these things, but also finding time to make the things that I want to. But the last few weeks, I basically just made big and medium items that I wanted to make. A lot of them were pattern tests as well. So the first thing I'm going to show is actually not something that I will be selling, but I wanted to show it because I'm really proud of it. And this I actually made more than a couple weeks ago, but I wanted to show it off because it fits the Halloween kind of spooky vibes, and I'm very proud of this make. So this He's very small, as you can see against my hand. This little guy is made in skinny chenille. And he was absolutely a joy to create. His little lantern. I love this little guy. This was a passion project. I took on this test for the Magic Circle crochet. As soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted to make it in skinny chenille. This beautiful orange, and now they have black in skinny chenille. I just knew this was the perfect opportunity to break out these new colors that I picked up recently. So I just love this guy. He lives back here on my shelf, and he is probably going to live there year round because I love spooky stuff. So he's going to live there year round, but I wanted to show him off because he's so cool. If you're looking for a cool, unique pattern, absolutely recommend this. And any of the patterns by the Magic Circle crochet are amazing. The next item I want to show is actually a pattern test for my friend Riley, Pocket Full of Posies, and she designed a little over a year ago, a fairy pattern that I tested. And so she came back to the group who had tested that pattern for her and said that she wanted to do a witch mod for the fairy. Ultimately, the pattern was so detailed and so much of a difference from the original fairy pattern that she just made it its own pattern, but we still were kind of the secret testers for it. So I made my own witch. The hair cap, of course, took me hours. I don't know if I'm just slow at hair caps, or I've heard that others feel that they just take a long time, especially long curl ones. I mean, there's so many strands of hair on here, but she absolutely is so gorgeous. The stockings, as you can see, are purple and black striped. She has this beautiful flared skirt. For her hat, I did mushroom spots in purple. And I did sew it on. Riley says in the pattern that because the hat fits so well in the head, you don't have to sew it on. So it could be a removable piece for like a dress-up doll for kids, etc. But I decided to sew it on just so that it wasn't something I'm dealing with at markets where it's constantly somewhere else or falling off or whatever. So I did sew it on, but I absolutely love this girl. And there is a mod in the pattern to add the wings, so it can be like the fairy where she has wings, but I decided to just keep her as a like a purple mushroom witch. And so she's very large, bigger than my head. So I will need to charge a good amount for her because of the hair, how many hours the doll overall takes. So again, most of the items that I'll be sharing today are in a higher price range. I haven't decided on final prices for everything yet, but a lot of them are in like the 60 to 100 range. And she'll range somewhere near the top end of that because of all of her details and hair and size. So she is made in Mackenzie Crafts. I am so happy that Zach released a shell color. It was a great skin tone color for this doll. And I do have some lovely browns as well, so I'd love to make a doll in more of a brown skin tone as well to have more of a range of options for people to choose from. But I love her. Oh, and the eyes. Let me see a good angle here. The eyes. Oh, get her hair out of the way. The eyes are by Brit, Nerdy Girl Crochets. Let's see if this side's better. And they were a custom set that she did for me. I did some tech editing work for her, and we traded services for services. So she sent me some eyes in exchange for that tech editing work, and these were a set of the custom eyes that she made for me. So that is the first make that I wanted to show off officially that I will be selling. Because I'm keeping the I'm keeping the pumpkin guy, but I'm so excited to have her on my table. The next two items I want to show off, actually three. The next three items I want to show are items that I tech edited the patterns, and either I also tested as well as editing, or I made one just because I was so in love with the pattern as I was editing it that I had to make one. This next one is one that I was an official tester for it as well. But this is Mort the mushroom. He is a pattern by Red Mills Crochet Millie, and he again is massive. There's his booty. I love him so much. He is shocked and embarrassed that you've seen his booty, so his hands are up by his mouth. His cap did take an entire skein and a little extra of the tie-dye, which the tie-dye are smaller skeins. They are 75 yards, so they are a little smaller than the standard skein of Premier, but it's all Premier Basics chenille brights, except for the cap is the tie-dye. And so yeah, this took over 75 yards just for the cap alone. And I love him. His little belly, his booty. He's so cute. But he is a big boy again. I made a lot of big creatures this week. So I'm excited to have him on my table. I always love having anything mushroomy or foresty. So he will definitely fit the vibe of my space. But yeah, this is Mort. The next one, I wasn't an official tester, but I simply had to make him after I had edited the pattern for Kendall. So this next one is by KP Crochet Creations Kendall. And previously she designed a 4-foot standing dinosaur, and now she's designed a T-Rex style 2-foot standing dinosaur. So this is Rexy. His eyes are the Game Over eyes by Nerdy Girl Crochets. Oh yeah, they're showing off a lot better than the witch ones did. Absolutely gorgeous eyes. So he is also made in Premier Basics Chenille Brights. He is a little smaller than the other makes that I've shown you. So I made a medium make. He is absolutely a gorgeous pattern. This pattern will be releasing this week, I believe the 29th, but I'd have to check. I'll pop up the information somewhere on the screen. But he is an absolute delight to work up. Incredibly easy and just so much fun. I will definitely be making more of these in other colors, but I just love a little bit of fuzzies from embroidering. I embroidered spots on him here and here. I just love him. I love this pattern. I love dinosaurs. I actually have a head for Gus, the baby dino with the 4 feet, standing dino, worked up. And so I will be finishing him and probably showing him off in the next week for my makes next time. But I love Rexy. Definitely recommend getting this pattern when it comes out. And then the last make that was also a pattern I did the tech editing for was this one, Jacoto. And for anyone who's seen K-pop Demon Hunters, you will recognize him as the Derpy Tiger. This one is going to have so many fuzzies that I will be picking off forever because of all the embroidery. I absolutely love this guy. The embroidery does take several hours. So I will be pricing him probably close to $100 because he took a very, very long time because the embroidery alone takes hours to complete. There's embroidery on his back, every limb, all across his face. And so he does take quite a long time to create, but it is worth it. I am obsessed with this film. I'm obsessed with this character. The eyes are custom derpy eyes made by me. So I don't sell these, they take a long time to make, so I sell them in small amounts to people who message me for them. But I love these eyes. I love this character. I just love Derpy Tiger. He can sit like this, but mostly he's a sploot. So I love him so much. But yeah, he does take a long time to make. The bigger pattern, I assume, takes longer. I did not make that one. That's Minhwa. Oh, and I should say, these patterns are by my friend Nocturne Cat Crochet. She is an absolutely fantastic pattern designer. If you do not have her Derpy pattern, she created a pattern bundle for both Minhwa and Jacoto. And then she just put up the tester call for a third Derpy pattern, which is a standing Derpy. And it's absolutely adorable. I'm editing that pattern as well, and I'm already in love with it. and I have to see if I can gear myself up to do this embroidery again because it's absolutely worth it. Oh, I love him. I love him, love him, love him. So Kat just is an amazing designer. Highly, highly recommend her patterns. And then the last make I have to show you this week is another big boy. He absolutely stole my heart. The minute I saw the pattern, I knew that I needed to have this. Whether I tested it or not, I was going to purchase it because I am a massive Lord of the Rings fan. If you didn't know that, my very first safety eye drop was based on Lord of the Rings. I can quote the movies pretty accurately the whole way through. I love Lord of the Rings. It's the best trilogy series ever created. So when I saw this pattern, I knew immediately that I needed to test it. And it is this amazing orc. Oh, he's kind of blending into my sweatshirt today. That's kind of funny. But this orc, oh my gosh, he was so fun. Look at that hair. Again, I'm gonna have to charge him as a little higher because he has a hair cap, his size. He's a very big boy. These eyes are by me. They're just a custom set that I made using glitters that I had left over from the derpy eyes actually. So they're just some red eyes. These little belly button, little toesies. I love it. I absolutely love this pattern. There's a little kind of head piece that holds his hair up. This was such a joy to create. I loved every minute of it, to be honest. Like, so, you know, some patterns when you're making it starts to feel like a slog. Never during this one. I loved every minute of creating this guy. Even the hair. I mean, it's a hair cap. It's pretty voluminous, but it's not as bad as some other hair caps. I mean, the witch's hair definitely took more time. But I really, really loved making this guy. I love having an orc on my table. That's so fun. So I'm very excited to see people's reaction to him. And I hope that he finds his home this holiday season. I mean, the Lord of the Rings movies always came out around the holidays. I remember going with my family every Christmas Eve when the films were coming out that year to see them. So it's kind of funny, kind of fitting to have him out for the holidays. But yeah, I'm really excited about this guy and his little teeth. Oh my gosh. Everything about him is so fun. So this is the last make that I had to show for today. So that is all of the makes that I have created the last couple of weeks. I also made a series of 10 little ghosties from the Crochet Carpenter that I took to my son's little Zumbini class for the last class of the series this 2 weeks ago. So I have been making some other items on the side. I made something special that's for a friend of my husband's that I can't share yet. So there have been some other items taking up my time, but overall I'm very happy with these items that I have made. And now I do really need to focus on small items for sure. It is currently Sunday, October 26th, and I have 2 weeks until my first market that kicks off this series of 4 markets. That market will be on Sunday, November 9th. And then I have a weekend off, and then I have back-to-back markets the following 3 weekends after that. So I need to figure out what I really want to make, focus on some small items for sure and building up those so that I'm not rushing to make a bunch of items every week because I know I'm going to be tired in between these markets. And just kind of figure out my plan overall of what I want to do. If you all have any small patterns that you've been really loving that aren't kind of the standard that we're seeing at the booths all the time, the cats, the axolotls, the capybaras, etc., I am going to make those, but I really do want to have some standout items. I have purchased a small derpy pattern from, I will post it up here, I think it's Green Frog Crochet. I'll post it here, but I have purchased a small derpy pattern that I'm excited to try, and I'm going to make more of the Tank the Dragon pattern that I absolutely love from my friend Danny from Not Magic. But I definitely just want to make sure that my booth stands apart from other crocheters. I know especially in the holiday season that there are going to be at least one, if not more. There's one event that I'm doing at a high school that I predict there will probably be like 10 crocheters there because it's a high school event. And so I really want to try to make sure that my booth is unique and stands out. So anything that you all are doing that you're really excited about that is kind of new but still small and cute, please let me know in the comments. I am hoping to edit the first of the market vlogs that I have recorded content for and get that up sometime in the next week, so I'll have that as well, and then continue to record weekly makes videos as I lead up to this busy market season. So look forward to that content. And if you're enjoying this kind of content or want to stick around and see how my markets go, please do like this video and subscribe. And if you would like to go a step further and hit the bell notification so that you're informed when my videos go live, so that I'm not fighting the algorithm all the time, I would absolutely love to have you as part of my little community here. And I really do love responding to comments. It fills my heart with joy when I get a comment on one of my videos. And so if you have anything you would like to say in the comments, please feel free. I do respond to every comment. But for now, I think I'm going to go make that plan of what I'm going to work on for my small items this week in between a couple pattern tests that I have going on. And until the next time, bye!